increasing now. It's almost, among the top three destinations for students for higher education. I think there are a lot of reasons. Primarily is that it is one of the best places to live in. The United Nations standard of living and livability has ranked it as among the top three places in the world to live in. It's a multicultural country with a very peaceful and stable political system where people feel very safe from around the world. Uh, Quality education system, the higher education system is very well recognized internationally, accepted. So Canada has a very well established higher education post-secondary system. And of course, then eventually a possibility to work in Canada, as you may all be aware, that Canada is among one of the very few countries where you are kind of assured from a post-study work permit from 1 to 3 years upon successfully completing a program from a public institution. So I think that, and then also then later on a path to a permanent residency or settlement in Canada for those of you who are desiring to do that. Saskatchewan Polytechnic, when we say Polytechnic in the Indian context, in the Indian connotation, is a bit different. We in India associate polytechnics with a trade school, like where you go after grade 10th, you learn some trades, and that's what a polytechnic is in India. But in Canada, polytechnic is actually considered a higher learning institution. It is actually something between a community college and a university. It's between these two. It is placed between these two. Primarily, Polytechnic is an institution which is focused on industry responsive education and also has some research associated with it. As you can see, Saskatchewan Polytechnic is a member of a consortium or a group or an association of Polytechnics Canada. These are almost 13 institutions here, and you can see the names here. Many of them you must be knowing. And Saskatchewan is here in the center. So Saskatchewan, as you can see, is a central province in Canada. On the west, we have Alberta. On the east, we have Manitoba. And then, of course, British Columbia, Ontario are far away. What is the advantage of studying at a polytechnic? Of course, the main thing is, like I mentioned earlier, industry-driven training. So we work with, as in the province, we work with most of the employers, I would say, if not all, to create programs and deliver programs so that we can meet their workforce requirements in the coming years. So we sit with the industry, they tell us what kind of skills, what kind of knowledge their future workforce requires, and we create jointly programs around those requirements so that our graduates are job ready when they finish the program. And what that does is it results in a very high graduate placement rate. We had a 94% graduate placement rate in 2019. Of course, 2020 has not been good for anyone, so we don't have data for that, in fact, yet. But and there are a lot of applied research opportunities. For international students, you have nearly 80 programs to choose from. Why Saskatchewan? Now, the province, many of you may have heard of it, some of you may not have heard of it, and some may find it difficult to pronounce it. So it's pronounced Saskatchewan. It is a central province, like I said, with a population of just 11 lakhs. Now, that sometimes means, okay, if there are only so many people, then we have less opportunities. But, on the contrary, what happens is with the less population, their need for more people, more younger people to come and live and work in the province is much greater than the larger provinces like Ontario, because Ontario gets large number of students and immigrants from around the world. In fact, they are saturated right now. But Saskatchewan actually is deficient in young newcomers who will come and fill up and work in the economy to keep the economy going and contribute to the economy as well. So that is why Saskatchewan is a very, very attractive destination for newcomers. Currently, we have healthcare is free for students, including international students. The economy is very strong and diverse. And in fact, in 2020, the pandemic year, certain components of the economy have done very well, like agriculture, which is one of the main driver of the economy, has grown nearly 30 to 40% in the last 1 year. So that has created more jobs, more because when the key economic drivers like agricultural, minerals, and mining and all that thing are reviving, are doing very well, the peripheral sectors also get revived. So that is helping us. In the last 3 to 4 years, we have seen a huge uh, investment happening from the government of Saskatchewan to attract IT companies, to create an ecosystem where entrepreneurs, startups will come and set up new companies and create more employment. And IT has actually grown in the last recent few years. And Saskatchewan has a very strong provincial nominee program named as SINP, Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. More details of it are available on the website of the Government of Saskatchewan, or Beats Immigration can share more details with you later on. So you will understand how this you will benefit by studying at Saskatchewan Polytechnic, being fast-tracked into a PNP. We also have graduate retention program by the province, and of course, then Saskatchewan Polytechnic, the largest public college in the province. We are in Saskatchewan as well. We have 4 campuses, namely Moose Jaw, Prince Albert, Regina, and Saskatoon. Now, all the campuses are self-sufficient, independent, great facilities at each campus. There is no such thing as a main campus. All the campuses are equal. It's only depending on what program you're choosing that you go to a particular campus. So for example, if you're choosing a business program, you'll most likely be heading to Moose Jaw campus. A few programs are also offered, business programs are also offered in Prince Albert. So in that case, you have a choice. But if you're going for, let's say, biotechnology program, that's only at Saskatoon campus. You have to go to the Saskatoon campus. So our campuses are based on what programs and facilities related to those programs are available, and that's how the programs are set up. Of course, like most colleges, public colleges, we have small class sizes. In fact, our technology programs have classes as low as 20 students, lower tuitions. We have scholarships, no entry scholarships, of course, but once you're a student at the college, you have access to certain scholarships and financial rewards. All of our programs are high quality and accredited. Quite a few of our programs have work terms, co-op terms, so that's another advantage. We have programs ranging from 1-year certificates, 2-year diplomas, and a couple of applied bachelor's degrees as well. Now, in the School of Business, we have undergraduate diplomas. We have a business diploma with 6 specializations: accountancy, financial services, human resources, insurance, management, and marketing. And we have some excellent postgraduate certificates as well in the School of Business. PG in business accountancy, a PG in business management, PG in supply chain management, PG in financial services, and PG in entrepreneurship. These are excellent programs. Out of these, except for business accountancy, all the other PG certificates are available in January 2022. And these are all 1-year programs. So most of you, I do understand, want to do a 2-year program. So we also offer what we call bundled options. So business management and supply chain management are given as a combination. So you can opt for a bundled option. Year 1 will be business management. Year 2 will be supply chain management. Or if you are not sure, you can go for a 1 program initially and then add another program when you are in Canada to make it a 1+1. Which too qualifies as a 2-year program for a longer postgraduate work permit. So that is possible. School of Health Sciences and Nursing, we have a program, a continuing care assistant. It's a 1-year certificate. We have Bachelor of Science in Nursing and a practical nursing program. These are competitive entry programs, and there are only 2 seats available for international students, and IELTS requirements are also pretty high. School of Hospitality and Tourism, we have food and nutrition management, hotel and restaurant management, professional cooking, recreation, and community development. Professional cooking is a 1-year program. The rest are all 2-year diplomas. We have School of Human Services and Community Safety. We have Early Childhood Education Diploma, a very, very high demand and a very well-received program. It's a lot of demand. Employment is pretty good. Of course, then we have Disability Support Worker Certificate, Occupational Health and Safety, all very good programs. Then we have School of Information and Communications Technology, ICT. In the undergraduate, we have Diploma in Business Information Systems, Diploma in Computer Systems Technology, Graphic Communications, Interactive Design and Technology, Media Production, some very good undergraduate diplomas for students who are looking at these fields. Then we have some excellent postgraduate certificates. We have a PG certificate in software developer, PG certificate in technology management, a PG certificate in cybersecurity, a PG in project management, a PG in artificial intelligence and data analytics, and a newly added program, PG postgraduate certificate in cloud computing and blockchain. All of these are these programs are there now, and you can contact BC Immigration about more details about the programs, and you can of course go to the website and check the programs about what are the contents of the program, what kind of jobs are there, and the eligibility requirements. Then we have School of Mining, Energy and Manufacturing. We have a lot of undergraduate diplomas. We have Building Systems Technician, Design and Manufacturing Engineering, Chemical Technology, Computer Engineering Technology, Electrical Engineering, Electronics, just name it and we have it. And these are all undergraduate diploma, 2-year diplomas. They have varying requirements in grade 12, more details of which are on the website. School of Construction, we have an excellent program, Bachelor of Construction Management, a 2-year program. The entry requirement for an international student is a BE in Civil Engineering or a Bachelor in Architecture. So that is the requirement to enter this program. It is an excellent program. There's a lot of infrastructure development happening in Saskatchewan, and the role of construction managers and management people is growing. So we get a lot of students from India into this program. Then we have a diploma in bioscience technology, civil engineering technology, environmental engineering technology, and a few other diploma programs. Finally, we come to School of Transportation, in which we have auto body technician, automotive service technician, parts management technician, these kind of 1-year certificate program for those who are very passionate and driven about automobile industry and want to work and dirty their hands and make a good living out of it. Our estimated cost of studying at Saskatchewan, our tuition ranges from $15,000 to $18,000 per year. Add to that certain other ancillary and mandatory fees. So that means it comes to between $16,000 to $20,000 per year. Books and supplies, of course, is extra. Living costs would range from $1,000 to $1,100 a month, sharing basis, room sharing and all that. So we do not have a on-campus accommodation, but we can help you with accommodation. Our admission process is first qualified, first admitted. So we don't have any deadline, but of course, the earlier you apply, the better it is, because we keep our programs open till they fill up. So programs could fill up in 2 months, programs could fill up in 2 weeks, in 2 days, it depends. So if you are interested in a program and you meet the requirements, it is recommended that you apply as quickly as possible. So international applications, for example, for this September opened up in last October. And we also opened up for January 2022 at that time. So we always start very ahead, and that allows you to plan when to apply. And because, there are a lot of things associated after application and getting an offer letter. It's always good to be ahead, because currently the study visa application processing times are very, very high. And as you know, because of the lockdowns and everything in India, biometrics and medical tests, and those things are getting very much delayed. So it's always good to do things ahead as early as possible. So if you apply to a program and you meet the academic requirements and entry requirements of a particular program, you'll be made an offer, and you have to make a deposit to reserve your seat within 30 days. There's an initial tuition deposit. Processing time of an application is around 15 business days, so 3 weeks, but that's the upper limit. We are faster than that. If it's taking longer, then your counselors can reach out to us and find out what's taking, and we'll have a look at it. Okay. Anyway, like I said, these are how we start the admission process so early. Our English language requirement, this is very important. We require IELTS academic overall of 6.5. Sorry, it's no less than 5.5. Actually, it's a typo error here. So an overall of 6.5, but if you have one band at 5.5, we'll accept that. This is the requirement both for undergraduate and postgraduate programs. Of course, programs like nursing have some specific requirements. If any one of you is applying to that, you just check with us. Our application is completely online. Beats Immigration will help you with your application process. Application fees is $150. We require your all academic documents, scanned documents initially, along with your IELTS, TRF. As far as English language is concerned, we also accept Duolingo with a score of 105. We accept PTE academic and we accept TOEFL. So we accept all these tests. So you can apply to us with these scores and make your application. If you're waiting for your IELTS, you could do Duolingo, make the application and still continue to prepare for IELTS because that will be required for the visa. Once you make an application, within 2 days, we will send you login ID and password for a portal known as My Sask Polytech, where when you log in, all communication will happen with you through that portal. So your offer letter will be posted there. All correspondence will be posted there. There'll be no separate emails coming to you or Beats Immigration once you made an application. Everything will happen through the portal. Okay. We give 30 days from the date of offer. A $10,000 non-refundable tuition deposit has to be made. It is refundable only in case of your visa refusal, which you have to submit to us. And that's about it. In some cases, we may ask for official transcripts to be forwarded. And currently, we are being a bit lenient with that. Earlier, it is that you have to send them at least 30 days before start of classes. But we are accepting that till the first day of classes now because of the lockdowns and other things. So that's okay. Tuition and deposits have to be paid only by Flywire. So there's no other system, no bank transfers, no wire transfers. You can make bank transfers to through Flywire. So that's okay. And that's about it. So I think I'm done here as far as this is concerned. Two more things, a couple of things I want to tell you. One is that we do not have any concerns with academic gaps. So a lot of colleges and universities, put a limit that you should not have done your last academic program, a bachelor's, for example, not more than 5 years ago. We have no such constraints. So if it's been more than 5 years for you, you can apply to us. As long as you're meeting the entry requirements, we will give you the offer letter. But of course, talk to your counselor and we will look at your profile and see what are your chances of visa. Because the most important part is, will you get a visa with that profile? If you have a very long gap, will you get a visa? So that's more important part. For us, that's not a problem. We do not ask for backlog certificates and for bachelor's students. And our undergraduate diploma programs have their own entry requirements. So if you're applying to a technology program, undergraduate, you'll have to meet certain requirements like, for example, computer engineering technology, you should have maths 65% overall, physics 70%, and an overall of 65 in your grade 12. So those kind of requirements you have to meet. So program-wise requirements are different. The business PG certificates, the entry requirement is a bachelor's degree, any bachelor's degree. So it could be BBA, BCom, BTech, BSc, BA, anything for any of the business management PG programs. For the ICT PG certificates, you need a bachelor's degree in IT or computer science. So BCA, BSc IT will work for PG in cybersecurity, PG in software developer, and PG in technology management. But for artificial intelligence and cloud computing, you need a 4 years bachelor's BTech degree in IT or computer science. Project engineering, you need a bachelor's degree in any engineering field. So, for example, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, you can go for project engineering. any of you who have done engineering degrees and maybe working as software developers or maybe working in artificial intelligence and those kind of things, but if your basic degree qualification is not from IT or computer science, you cannot apply, you'll not be accepted. So that's about it. We also accept a few distance learning degrees from UGC recognized universities. Well, that's about it, I think, from me. So I'm ready for any questions you have.
Great, sir. So I guess most of the questions have been covered up. So there is one question from Janvi. She has done Bachelor of Science into Physics. So do we have at Saskatchewan Polytechnic any course relevant to physics at graduate and graduate level?
She could apply to our business PG programs.
All right, business. Okay. Another student, she has studied Master of Science into Biotechnology. She wants to join Saskatchewan. So do we have any course for biotech?
No, not at a PG level. She could also look at a business management, like a supply chain management, business management, entrepreneurship program. Yeah, we do not have, in PG, we do not have anything in those areas. Undergraduate, yes, we have bioscience technology program, but that's an undergraduate program, and that requires biology and mathematics in 12th.
All right. So we have undergraduate bioscience technology, but nothing at PG.
No.
So we have answered the question. Another question is, I have 6 band overall, but in one module I've scored 5.5. So is eligible for undergraduate degrees or diploma?
No, we need an overall of 6.5. 5.5 is acceptable, but overall has to be 6.5.
All
in
right.
fact,
So
with this IELTS, I think even visa is very tough. Yeah, sorry.
Yes. For Saskatchewan Polytechnic, for undergraduate as well as postgraduate studies, your IELTS score should be 6.5 overall. Okay, one module 5.5 is considered, but the overall score should be at least 5.5 for undergraduate as well and for postgraduate as well.
Yeah, 6.5. Yeah.
Okay. So do we accept conditional applications with academic pending last semester?
Yeah. With academic pending, we can accept, but we need English language test for that. So IELTS has to be presented.
Okay. And
so without English language proficiency test scores, application is invalid.
Okay. Another student. So one student is asking, do we have good courses for based on computer engineering, postgraduate level?
Yeah, so I gave you the references. We have quite a few programs in PG, in IT and computers. We have artificial intelligence, data analytics. We have software developers, cybersecurity, project management, cloud computing, and blockchain. So you can just go there and technology management. You can go to the website, have a look at the programs, and see if they are actually, relevant to what you are seeking, what you're looking for.
Right. Next question. The student is looking for courses related to pharmacy.
Sorry, we don't have. We don't have anything related to pharmacy, neither at undergraduate nor at postgraduate.
Correct. All right. This is the same question. Courses related to BSc chemistry, sir?
Not at PG level.
Yes. So for BSc chemistry, BSc microbiology, BSc biotech maybe, we have one course that is bioscience technology, that is undergraduate diploma if you want to pursue.
Yeah, but just remember, if you are applying to an undergraduate program, even if you have done a like a bachelor's or a master's, we will be looking at your 12th grade scores only. So, for example, bioscience technology requires you to have biology and mathematics both. So if you didn't have that, you cannot apply to that program.
Okay. This is important. Yeah. So Duolingo requirements, students
105 overall. 105 overall. 105.
So that is both for both undergraduate as well as postgraduate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that is only for programs where we ask for 6.5. So the programs which have specific requirements like nursing and all that, there you have to do only IELTS, nothing else.
Okay. Done. Next question. Open schooling, NIOS board, do we accept that?
NIOS we accept, just like distance learning universities here.
Right. This is again the same question. Okay, so 18 backlogs is acceptable or not?
Like I said, we don't have any backlog criteria or we don't ask for backlog certificates. But of course, if you apply, we'll just look at your bachelor's degree and mark sheets. So that's all. We may give you an offer letter, but again, that's why I said you have to talk to your counselor and see how good are your chances for visa, because that's where the visa officer is going to look at those 18 backlogs if we have not looked at. But, of course, you can apply.
Correct. So I guess we have covered almost everything. These are the same questions again. All right. Any more question, guys? You can write it down in the chat box. Or maybe wave your hand. I can unmute you guys. Okay. So Janvi is asking, power. Do we have courses related to power engineering technologies?
Yeah. We have a diploma in power engineering technology.
And she has done her bachelor's into physics, so she is eligible to apply for that.
Oh, well, like I said, she'll be assessed on the basis of grade 12.
Grade 12. Okay.
Yeah, but so our major intake is September. January, we have very few limited programs. So all our undergraduate technology programs are only in September. So you could be looking at September 2022 now, not 2021.
Right. Okay. Guys, any other questions? All right then. I guess we have covered up everything, sir. Done. Any other question, guys? We have still got time.
Well, I just want to add that, since visa processing times are high, so January is open. So those of you looking at January, please contact Beats Immigration as quickly as possible. They'll share with you the list of programs we have available in January. They also have the seat capacity of each program. That means how many seats are available and how many programs are on waitlist. Apply as quickly as possible if you have your IELTS or any other test with you, because visa processing is taking quite a bit. So that's all I want to say. And those of you who are looking at next year, in October, around 20th of October, we'll start accepting applications for September 2022 and even January 2023.